So early morning out here at the food plot, and just want to give an update on how it's going. I've mowed them twice. Well, this is the food plot in the middle of the woods. And let me go over what we got in it. So we have some weeds. There's some crabgrass and some grape vines. There's some suckers. There's also triticale, white and red clover. So it's a variety. Um, Definitely where the sun's hitting it, it's good and solid. The problem I got right now, it's real dry, and so you should see some of that. We haven't had rain in a little over a week, but it's not the length of time, it's the amount of heat. Um, Up in the upper 90s, heat index and over 100, and so in Tennessee, it's unusually the air is unusually dry. There's no dew in the morning. So cold front's supposed to go through today. Maybe we get some rain. It definitely chills down to, I think, tonight in the 50s. And then in one more day, it's back up in the 90s, high in the 80s tomorrow, I think. So much for a chill, but a little dew will happen during that time at the minimum. So yeah, so there's some really good things going on. The amount of growth, which I'm really happy with. Underneath the beech tree, which is a really big tree now, I'm glad I left it. Nothing's growing, but I'm okay with that. It definitely makes me see some of the other bigger trees I got to take down. I definitely, and I'll turn you around real quick so you can see them. See those two trees right there? They need to go. I don't know when I'll take them, but they'll go. They're not contributing to the food plot enough, and they're just kind of in the way. So I don't know if I'll expand this one again. I probably will. I'm just not sure when. I'm really focused on the one on the food plot in the Pinelands right now. I want to get that more established before I come back here. The good news, though, is there's green pretty much everywhere, and so that's good, even with the dry weather, and so it's sustainable, which I like. And mowing it will help with the weeds. Yeah, it's just a process you got to go through. I should have fertilized. I did not, and it hurts this plot some, but it really hurt the other one, which you'll see. So I should have fertilized this spring. I will fertilize in the fall and till it, and then of course I plant like a winter oat. Yeah, that's where we're at right now. Hey, Dave. So I'm in the food plot by the Pinelands. It's a bit of a different story. As you see the pan around, you'll see there's plenty of triticale and clover, but the triticale's thinner, the clover's thinner, the plants themselves aren't as strong. There's plenty of suckers. There's some weeds, not as weedy as the food plot in the middle of the woods, but I do have some issues up here. The biggest is I didn't fertilize, and so when these plants took off, they just didn't have the right nourishment to make them hardy, and so they're really struggling with this hot temperatures. The shade's helping them some, but it does make it a challenge. You can see on the pan that each food plot has about the same kind of mix. Plenty of triticale. There are some variety of different weeds. And then when you look down below at a little bit lower level, you see some of the clover trying to establish. Yeah, it's a challenge here. I don't think I have enough sunshine, so I've got some bigger trees that are going to have to go to open it up a little bit more even. So I hate that, but I think that's just the way it's got to be to make it right. So yeah, I was hoping that it would do better. Of course, I didn't give it a fair shake either because I didn't fertilize it. the food plot in the middle of the woods at least has got a few seasons of fertilizer in it. This has none, or no, only has a fall, and you can tell what grew up last fall used up most of that because the stuff I planted is puny looking, so that'll be a challenge. Uh, yeah, it's the way it goes. I do want to make this one bigger. I do think I need to take down a couple of the broader, big leafed trees that are looking over. I'll be selective though on which ones I do. Won't do them all. Um, to try to give it a little bit more sunlight. It is better this year out here, and the expansion, I mean, took seed really well. It dissed really well and stuff, so that's good. And the good part is everything came up, and it looked really solid to begin with. This hot weather's really hurt it there. So, that's the way it goes. Um, so, anyways, those are my two food plot updates. You got one. The more established food plot is doing what you would think. It's withstanding the heat a little bit better. Uh, it's a little bit more weedy, but it's also where the items I planted this summer are a little bit more established too. Up here where it's newer, um, it's a bit of more challenge. I made some mistakes, so I have to fix those. So yeah, here's the update. If you if you're curious, there's a video out there that talks about how to choose where to put a food plot, which I think it covers the perspective from somebody just starting out and what to look for. I think if you're more experienced, it's easier, or sometimes people are just real lucky. So, but choosing the right spot is important too. So I'll put a link to that one here, and it's a good video to check out. Yeah, so the food plot update. Well, we'll see. I definitely will fertilize in the fall, and when I plant the winter oat. So yeah, thanks for watching. Make kindness your business. Do some kind for somebody. It may change somebody's life. You never know. One act of kindness. So anyways, try to do what you can. All right, Dave out.